Christmas spirit is here at last with the Celtic Christmas Podcast.
Banjos we have heard on high. Banjos heard on high.
Welcome to the Celtic Christmas Podcast. I am Marc Gunn. I am an Atlanta-based musician and podcaster, and we are promoting Celtic culture through Christmas cheer. If you hear music you love, please support the artist. Visit the show notes to find out more about the artist and subscribe to the show at CelticChristmasPodcast.com. We kicked off the show with Jed Marum. Jed was a musician who was on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast for many years, from the very start of the podcast, and he was a fantastic musician. I keep using the past tense because he passed away several years ago. That was a track called Banjos we have heard on high. He put out an album called Rejoice, a Christmas album, and I assume it's still, actually I know it is still streaming, so you can probably buy the digital album. I don't think it's available on CD anymore, but that track was also on our A Celtic Christmas compilation CD, which is now available in our store for a limited time, because my store is only open from December 1st through the 9th, and then I'm closing it up once again, so this is for 2022. So make sure if you want to buy any of my CDs or my compilations or whatnot, then you want to go and you want the physical copies, because the digital copies are still available anytime, but the physical copies, you have to buy something between December 1st through 9th. You can get CDs. There are some Irish and Celtic Music Podcast t-shirts. There are some Celtic heartstrings in that store. Lots of great stuff. So go check it out. Follow the link at magerecords.com. Alisa Marie is a multi-instrumentalist, composer, and producer from England who creates music inspired by fantasy novels and films, in particular the works of Tolkien. Alisa's influences also include traditional folk music in Britain and Ireland. She plays a number of instruments, including the harp, ocarina, piano, guitar, Irish flute, tin whistle, and bodhrán. Her latest EP is a collection of traditional and Christmas music recorded live in front of a real fire. This is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen by Alisa Marie from her album Winter Harp by the Fireside. Vicki Swan and Johnny Dyer are two of the most versatile musicians of the folk circuit today. On stage and now online, their performances showcase new interpretations of old songs alongside original self-penned tunes and new contemporary songs that are entirely at home in the tradition. They've developed a sound that is both familiar and fresh. Their Christmas album is absolutely delightful to hear. I don't know if you heard the interview I did with them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. It was back in 2006, so it was a long time ago. This is from their Christmas album, A Sound of Christmas Past. This is Good Christian Men Rejoice by Vicki Swan and Johnny Dyer.
Good Christian men rejoice with heart and soul and voice. Give ye heed to what we say. Jesus Christ is born today. Ox and ass before him bow, and he is in the manger now. Christ is born today. Christ is born today. Good Christian men rejoice with heart and soul and voice. Now ye hear of endless bliss. Jesus Christ was born for this. He has opened the heavenly door, and man is blessed forevermore. Christ was born for this. Christ was born for this. Good Christian men rejoice with heart and soul and voice. Now ye need not fear the grave. Jesus Christ was born to save. Calls you one and calls you all to gain his everlasting hold. Christ was born to save. Christ was born to save.
Galway-based We Banjo 3 has 1 foot in Irish music and 1 foot in Americana music. They seamlessly combine the virtuosity and precision in each genre's traditional disciplines with the artful songcraft and infectious live performances of today's musical landscape. Their version of Joy to the World was a hit on an earlier episode this year. In fact, I added it to my joyful Celtic Christmas music playlist on Spotify. That's a fantastic list of great upbeat Celtic Christmas music. Go give it a listen. Next up is another track by We Banjo 3. It is We Three Kings from their album A Winter Wonderful.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we travel afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder stars. Born a king on Bethlehem's plain, gold I bring to crown him again, king forever, ceasing never over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Frankincense to offer have I, incense on a deity nine, prayer and praising voices raising, worshiping God on high. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Myrrh is mine, a bitter perfume, breathes a life of gathering gloom, sorrowing, sighing, bleeding, dying, sealed in a stone cold tomb. Glorious now, behold him arise, King and God and sacrifice. Alleluia, alleluia, sounds through the earth and sky. Oh, star of wonder, star of light, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us
Thank you, Christmas patrons. The Celtic Christmas Podcast is brought to you by the kindness of Celtic Christmas fans on Patreon. Your generosity funds the creation, promotion, and production of the show. Patrons can vote for your favorite song in each episode, and you also get a music-only episode. Special thanks to our newest Christmas patron, O McPub Band, and thanks to our Christmas producer, Kel Burrill. If you want to help support this podcast and keep it coming out, please sign up. It's just as little as $1 per episode on Patreon. Thank you so much. Next up is Gaelynn Lea. She won NPR's Music Tiny Desk Concert contest in 2016. Since then, she has captivated audiences around the world with her haunting original songs and traditional fiddle tunes. Most recently, she composed the music for Macbeth on Broadway, starring Daniel Craig and Ruth. Negga. This is Love Came Down at Christmas, and it's in Every One of Us from her album Deepest, Darkest, Brightest Dawn. Bart Zeal is a Dutch songwriter of folk and fantasy themed songs. He is inspired by stories of people and places in both real life and fantasy settings. Since November 2020, Bart has released a new song every month, both original or cover song. He has a personal goal of making a living with his music by 2030, and he hopes his music will create lasting connections with fans and friends. For the best thing about singing songs is finding enthusiastic listeners. I really like the fact that he has a goal to make a living, or to be financially secure, as he says, by 2030. I appreciate that a lot, because that was my earliest goal with the music careers. I wanted to make a living with music, and I'm very grateful that I get to do just that.
The first toast is to Odin, victor over all. The second toast we lift to Freyr, harvest bountiful. The third is to the king himself, a beaker to him hath. And then we pour some on the floor for the many that have left. Oh, light the Yule log and bring the Yule goat in. Carry us the gifts all from the gods and lay warm against our skin. In the days ahead of Yule, darkness comes to call. Yule's the start of brighter days, be merry one and all. Drink up all the ale today and breathe the pine smell in. We will pray and we shall wait for the new year to begin. Oh, light the Yule log and bring the Yule goat in. Carry us the gifts all from the gods and lay warm against our skin. Toast is to Odin, victor over all. The second toast we lift to Freyr, harvest bountiful. The third is to the king himself, a beaker to him hath. And then we pour some on the floor for the many that have left.
Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Whither sailed those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Whither sailed those ships, all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning.
Oh, they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Oh, they sailed into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And all the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when the poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel.
So after Bart Zeal came Brigid's Bounty. That was a Merry Christmas Celtic medley from a single that was released over on SoundCloud. This group, they don't usually do Celtic music, but you can tell there are definitely some influences in there. And they contacted me and said, "Could I play this?" I said yes. So hope you enjoyed that track. West of Eden is the Swedish folk rock band that has vitalized the Celtic music scene with their unique sound and songwriting. A deep love for the traditional British and Irish folk music has earned them a solid reputation. They have a brand new EP out as well. It is called Next Stop Christmas. Here is the title track by West of Eden.
I took his hand, he let it go.
misty house, the old familiar rooms, and the old familiar smiles. The train is rushing through the night from darkness straight into the light. Next stop, Christmas. Next stop, Christmas. I can't wait to leave this sad old town, and God knows it was tough. Won't miss a thing, I'll leave it all behind, out of sight and out of mind. The train is rushing through the night from darkness straight into the light, and everything will be alright. It's next stop, Christmas. Next stop, Christmas. Time to leave now, your worries all behind. Take the weight of the world off your shoulders. Bring some joy to the sad, some good to the bad. As the night's getting darker and colder. Rushing through the night from darkness straight into the light, and everything will be alright. It's next stop, Christmas. Next stop, Christmas. And it's next stop, Christmas. Next stop, Christmas.
So what is your favorite Celtic Christmas song in this episode? I would love to hear it, but there's another way that you can share your favorite, and that is by voting for your Celtic Christmas favorite song over on Patreon. This, of course, is available only to people who are patrons of the podcast, but if you just enjoy the music, you can also support the artist by buying their music and joining their mailing list or their Patreon page. You can also add a song to your own Celtic music playlist. And the most popular track by your votes will be added to our Christmas playlists. And you have just 2 weeks to vote, so cast those votes. Then let me know if there's a Celtic Christmas song or tune that I should add to the next episode of the show. We're going to finish up with the most popular song in the last episode. It is a track by yours truly. I released Frosty the Irish Snowman. It's from my album Celtic Christmas Greetings. Go cast your vote. Here is Frosty the Irish Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly cracking soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman belongs to the Fae, they say. He was made of snow, but the wee ones know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old tweed hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he danced a jig all around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Knew the sun was out that day, so he said, let's run and we'll have some fun now before I melt away. Down to the village with the shillelagh in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. He led them down old Galway town right to the traffic cop, and he only paused a moment when he heard him holler, stop. Frosty the Snowman had to hurry
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you had a wonderful time. Celtic Christmas Podcast was produced by Marc Gunn. The show was edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. The show is supported by our Christmas patrons on Patreon. Spread cheer and vote for your favorite Christmas song in this show. Visit our website to subscribe to the podcast. You can find links to all of the artists in this episode. You'll get access to our Celtic Christmas playlists. You can subscribe to our Celtic Music magazine and get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Finally, please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to promote and support any creative endeavor. Promote Celtic culture through Christmas music at CelticChristmasPodcast.com. Nella Canadiv.